Studios tapping in. See, nothing really matters. There's moments that happen in my life where I thought this is the end. Damn, how do I get myself out of this? I effed my life up forever. But these are just temporary emotions we feel when life hits us hard. Life is meant to hit us hard at some points in time just to see how you cope and overcome with those hard and shortcomings. There was times when I thought like I should give up, especially when I went through heartbreak. When I was in high school, I went through heartbreak with my high school sweetheart, and I almost wanted to delete myself. I was like 15, and I was like, it's almost laughable looking back on it, because during that time, I didn't see how precious life was, and I didn't see how much importance I was giving to my current circumstance. We give so much importance to our current circumstance that we don't see that this circumstance is just a small aspect of life itself. You were meant here. You were sent here to experience. That's the purpose of this third dimensional realm. The purpose of this realm is to teach you lessons, and you were sent here to overcome a special reason, a special purpose. Nothing really matters except your purpose and your truth. And much people go through this life not living their truth or purpose. We go through this life living based off other people's opinions, based off other people's beliefs, based off society. None of this serves us completely. The only thing that serves us is the higher force, your truth, and your purpose. You may be going through a heartbreak right now. You may lost a close loved one. Like my uncle right now is struggling with cancer, and it was all random. This all happened so random. Like he was gonna go back home to, Guyana. I'm Guyanese, and he hasn't been back in 15 years. But the moment he wants to go back, boom, he got diagnosed with cancer. So this life is an interesting one. If you're going through heartbreak right now, you may feel those feelings right now, but it really doesn't matter. A year from now, maybe 2 years from now, you'll probably look back at how you're feeling in this moment and laugh at yourself. Because once you get through the race, you cross that finish line, you see, and you look back, you see like, damn, I really did that shit. I really went through that shit. Nothing really matters. What your mom is telling you to go to school for and you don't really feel like doing it, but it would bring a good reputation to the family, don't do it. You may have to have arguments with your mom. You may have to have disagreements with your mom, but in the end, it will suit yourself and her in the long run if you do what your calling was. But I'm not saying you go major in some pointless degree. STEM majors is where it's at. But if you don't feel like going to college, you got to have a plan. Don't make mama right. Women always think they're right. Don't make mama right. You were sent here to prove people wrong. Don't prove people right by getting into your emotions, by getting into your feelings, by getting into your circumstance. You are not a product of your circumstance. You're a product of what you overcome. You are a product of your results. What you overcome is what people are attracted to. No one's attracted to the traumas. No one's attracted to your pain. Everybody goes through heartbreak. Everybody got scammed. Everybody got bamboozled at one point. They want to know, how did you overcome being finessed? They want to know how to finesse a finesser. You can't teach how to finesse a finesser unless you become a finesser yourself. What people say on these, in public, podcasts, in person, when you're venting, people are just there to pat you on the back. They're not really giving you solutions. They're just telling you a feel good. It's like a verbal high, You know how people smoke or even drink to escape? I feel like people vent to others just so they can have a hand on their shoulder, a hand on their back. When you could easily go for a walk, you see I'm in the forest. I'd be outside every day, don't matter the weather, right? And once you go for a walk without your phone, you clear your mind, that may not, solve the issue right then and there, but you're easily getting into a different state of mind once you realize, like, damn, nothing really matters. Nobody really cares. You start seeing life differently. I don't know what happens in your brain, but your brain start putting different programs, different frequencies, different neurons together to help you overcome what you're overcoming. You see, once we stop living life for other people and start living for ourselves, that's when life will give us the greatest gift. Life is full of gifts. That's why it's called the present moment. And many of us are not living in the present moment. We're living in the past. Depression is just you trying to change something in the past. And it's also you being vitamin D deficient, seasonal depression. The sun goes down early, it gets darker faster. You get less vitamin D, and it's called seasonal depression. You just have less vitamin D. And also, you're trying to change something in the past. Anxiety is you're trying to change something right now. You're trying to get out this present moment and be in the future. So most people don't live in this present moment, when the present moment is the biggest gift. We have to move as how we're as how we're supposed to move. And that's not living for anybody else but ourselves. We have to serve ourselves first before we can serve anybody else's plate. Once we fully serve ourselves, everybody else will be served by default. So if you enjoyed this video, like, share, comment, subscribe, and until next time, you guys be well.